What is going on, everyone? Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Let me show you guys some parts that I got. You know how excited I am when I get some parts. I love getting new parts. And no parts. No parts today. What is this? So this is like kind of like a big announcement in this video. I have some huge, ginormous, humongous parts on the way. Like huge. Like these are race car parts that I've dreamed of buying. Like I was like, yeah, I'll never buy that. I picked up a couple great sponsors. Like one of them is John from Her on Speed. I never thought, like, dude, I would never buy another turbo kit. I would never buy a turbo kit ever. And he hooked me up with that, with some badass stuff. So John, Her on Speed, be sure to check him out. A big thank you for that. That's for the salty chicken. But this other huge part that I bought, I can't tell you exactly who. That'll be in the upcoming videos. It has shipped out. It is on its way. My mind is blown on this opportunity that I was presented with, and I reached out to a company. It's what I do a lot is you know, it doesn't cost me anything to reach out. I feel like I provide a marketing reach to them. That's how you get sponsors. For those of you guys out there that want to gain sponsors, you don't just get them. I spend a lot of time formulating some nice emails, putting my statistics down, letting them know that, hey, this is, you know, my marketing reach. But also, I'm like the real racer, you know. I don't just have a YouTube channel. I'm involved with it. It's not just parts that I put on a car. If you do notice any of my sponsors, I always represent them. I try to represent them really well and give them the publicity that they deserve, because it means a lot for them to entrust in me and to believe in me enough to give me parts, give me their stuff to run, let me be kind of somewhat a spokesperson for their brand. So no parts in the back of this thing today. But very soon, this thing will be slam full of parts. God, I can't wait. I'm like, it's killing me not to tell you guys what parts I got. So I was gonna film a little video on the whiteboard today, and that's just not happening. I know you guys are wondering what's going on. So you guys know Chris from previous videos. I'm getting ready for the cow. I expected the cow to be home by now. And it's not, which is fine. And it's the situation with the cow is I'm not rushing it. I don't want to rush to get it done. I just want it done nice. I want to get some good braking on the engine, get a bunch of good heat cycles on it, because I want to ride that motor. Like I rode the last one for almost 3 years. I want to ride this motor for a little while, because I don't want to build another one for the cow. I'll build other motors for other stuff, but for the cow, I don't want to build another one. So like what you might have heard me say, I don't know if I already put the video out, if I'll put it out after this, but we got most of the car back together. I did take the fuel pumps out as a precautionary measure. They were sitting in some E85 for a little while. So the right thing to do would be to take the fuel pumps out, get them looked at. So I sent them off to Rick at 4 Innovations, and he's getting them looked at. So I took the boosted Rooster over to Chris's shop. He has a shop. It's not like a race shop or anything, but he has a bay there, and I pretty much parked it in there in preparation to get the cow back, and I didn't get the cow back yet, so that's where it was. And while it was over there, that's where we unloaded the engines. So I had my engine hoist over there, and I had the engines over there. I haven't brought them back here, so I ended up bringing the Rooster over there instead of bringing the engines and the hoist back here. So I was over there the night that I dropped it off, and I just started tinkering with it, and I took the old turbo kit off. We're gonna head over to Chris's shop today. Ben, who literally lives like 2 minutes down the road. You guys have seen him in some previous videos, seen him at the track. He's a huge hand because he's like me. He just wants to kind of work on some stuff and have fun. You guys have seen me doing more work here, and like I got most of the stuff, the engine almost out at Chris's shop. There's a lot more room there too. I mean, it's tight. I can work in there, and I appreciate him. I kind of just started taking it apart, and then I was like, well, yeah, my stuff's kind of here. So that's where we're at. But that LS1 will be for sale. A 5.3 is going in it. Enough of me talking. I'm gonna ride over to Chris's shop, which is maybe 20 minutes down the road, and that's where the boosted Rooster is. And that's just a temporary spot until once I get everything back together. I get the boosted Rooster with the new Her on Speed turbo kit on there, and the cow here. We'll be set. They'll all be stationed here. I'd like to think so. And I'm gonna daily the cow for a little bit until it gets broken in, and then I might daily the boosted Rooster a little bit, and then I might daily the truck. So it's a good problem to have. But enough of me talking. Like I said, this is kind of like a final goodbye to my standing in the garage talking intros. For those of you that enjoyed this, I'm sorry. There'll be much better intros on the way. All right, so we just got over here to the temporary home of the boosted Rooster. Let's see here. Grab this dash piece. So now we are taking some parts of the salty chicken. Oh God, there's spider webs there. Spider webs. We're taking some pieces of the salty chicken. What is in that? All right, I'll try this for the last time. Taking some pieces of the salty chicken, and we're gonna put them in the boosted Rooster to make somewhat of a more complete car. A couple things were missing. So this is the center console piece. We got the 5.3 here, some minor setbacks from when we got it. This was the red 5.3. As you can see, we got our hands all over it. We started to build it from just a short block to a long block, and then we noticed a couple things kind of weren't right. We'll talk about that in a separate video. That's all I'm going to say as of right now. But we got the bearings out. 1, 2, 3. You got 4 bearings out, and you got some fresh bearings. We got a crank. So when we got the engine, it was supposed to have this crank in it, and it didn't. It had this crank. So there was an issue with the pretty much how far up in the cylinder each piston would go. So we addressed that issue. We got the correct crank to make everything work. So now we're just starting to put everything back together, and I'd say we're doing swimmingly. We were right on pace for the 20th, aren't we?
Yes.
We were right on pace. This is going to bust into Steve's ass also.
Feel for him.
Yeah. He's literally going to get it from all angles that day.
And different size.
Oh, God. And
5'3",
6'2".
At the same
maybe
time.
maybe in a 4.8.
Oh, we don't even know. And then we got, here's the turbo here. This is, got this. This is actually supposed to be John from Her on Speed. This is supposed to be his turbo, and we stole it right off the model, right off the display. We said, I want that. So John hooked me up with this, and this is nice. It's a 85 millimeter Borg Warner cartridge.
S400 series.
And then it has a comp wheel on it. So this is a pretty nice piece. I'm excited to see how this does with the 5.3. So it should be pretty slick here. And we got rid of the red because that's not our style. Got to match the car. And let me show you guys what we got going on with the car so far. Now this was only like, I'd say about a half hour's worth of work. We got the cold side of the turbo kit off, and I hammered that out in like no time. It was actually really easy. We made this bracket, and this is a nice little piece of aluminum. We made this the other night when we were just putting the intercooler on. This is my old ProCharger intercooler, and I forgot how easy it was to work on a car that is not a 5th gen Camaro. Now everyone says F-body is like you just start tearing shit up, like your hands get all cut up. Yes, I see, it got me already. I was in there for like 10 minutes. Front half of this is, it's so easy to work on. So I hammered that out really quick. I started taking some other stuff out. I took out the nitrous line almost all the way. The nitrous line is still run through the car, but that's taken off. It's off the fuel rail. Just a couple other things. There was some stuff in here that, I mean, it is what it is. Got the coil packs off. We're getting ready to pull the motor out. This LS1 is not in the best of conditions. I did kind of kill it. I heard it. It got really hot. After it blew all the coolant and water out of it at the track, I drove it down the road and with no coolant in there, and it overheated. And I think it spun a rod bearing. But other than that, that was just me being me. It was a good car. I'll be selling that LS1 block. I would say it needs rebuild, but very minor, like super minor. Still runs. I drove it in here. No big deal. So I think that's pretty good, but yeah, I think we're all set. All right, so after a little while, Ben has been working. He's been teaching me. I've learned a lot. So I've never seen the bottom end or anything get put together. And we got all the main caps and main bearings in there, everything assembled. And then he set one of the pistons in here. So before, this is at top dead center, before it was sitting down.
It's like 3/16 of an inch.
3/16 of an inch. So everyone at home, pull out the ruler. I know it's sitting right next to you. Pull it out and measure it. That's how far at top dead center the piston was sitting down. This is way too much. This piston is a 9.5 to 1 compression piston. And then if you set it down that low, I mean, it's way off. It's not nearly enough compression for what we're looking to do. We put that other crank in there, that stroker crank that was supposed to be built with it, which is why the pistons were set up for a 4-inch stroke. So the wrist pin location was changed. It was actually up a little bit higher, which is causing the top of the piston to sit a little bit lower. So we got that figured out, and Ben is going to assemble the rest of the bottom end. I don't do bottom end assembly. That's way over my head. So that's all you, sir. And you've been killing it, so good job. I appreciate your help. So once we get that back together, I put together the front half of it. I put the cam in there, which was slightly terrifying, but I'm definitely getting better at it. My second cam I installed was way better than the first. And we put the oil pump and everything on, timing chain. And then we had to take it all back apart because we noticed that top dead center was not where it needed to be. So we're moving along. Definitely grinding on this thing. Late nights in this is like the engine shop now. We got AC. It's great. So this is pretty awesome. So Chris, thank you for letting me ruin. I guess is this your office? It was your office. Now it's just covered with engine parts. But yeah, this escalated rather quickly. So this will go back together, and then this will get placed in the boosted Rooster along with the Her on Speed turbo kit. I brought the intercooler over here and the wastegates, and as you can see, this thing is a pretty nasty piece. So We'll keep plugging away. That is going to be the end of this video. I do want to thank you guys for watching. Just a quick little update. Comment below what you guys think. I'll start commenting your guesses on horsepower numbers. This is a fully forged bottom end 5.3 with 799 heads, and then it's just going to be your standard, you know, valve springs, push rods. It's got a BTR stage 4 camshaft. I got the hook up on some BTR stuff. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, subscribe. We'll see you guys next time.